Good morning, welcome to another boat walkthrough video from Parker Adams Boat Sales. Please, the first thing I'll just get out of the way first of all is if you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel, please can you hit the like and subscribe button underneath. It means so much to us to increase the numbers of the subscribers and keep bringing you videos just like this. So what do I have behind me? I have a Beneteau Antares 9. This boat is as close to being a demonstrator boat as I think you could probably ever say. It's only done just over 30 hours and is a 2022 boat. Now, I have to say, it's been really nice to come on board the Antares 9. We've sold quite a lot of Merry Fishers in the last couple of years. I think we sold 3 895s. And it's the first time that I've actually been on board the Antares 9, which is the Antares answer to the Merry Fisher. And I have to say, it's got a huge amount to offer. There's a lot of similarities between the boats, but this particular model behind me has packed full of features. It's got just about every single extra I think you could imagine having on the boat. Lots of lovely upgrades, and it's really nice to be able to show you the boat. So what I will do is start off on the bow. The first thing to note is you'll see the large windows here. Now they let a lot of light into the boat. I've always been really impressed with the way that this style of boat uses light. There's also sun pad cushions which go over the top here. Of course, when they're on, it will limit the light going into the cabin, but when they're off, the light floods in. Really big windows. You've got side access so that when you're driving, you can come straight out. And of course, the cleat positioning here, as Jonathan and I have mentioned before, is fantastic because you walk straight out of the side. The cleats here, if you were to use the lassoing technique, if you were mooring up short-handed, you can just throw the line directly over a cleat straight underneath the boat. So already you can see that the boat has got lots of really nice touches which are really aimed at the driver in mind. Now, you'll notice at the back that this boat has got covers on it. So this has got a full camper cover on it, and it's in a really lovely sort of graphite grey colour, which I think really complements the boat beautifully. In terms of style, I think these boats are slightly more stylish than the Merry Fisher 895. Just the way that the line sweeps down to the stern. And one of the big things that I love about this particular boat is it's got Mercury engines. I'm a massive Mercury fan. I think the technology in the Mercury engines is just so good, so smooth, such an impressive engine block. And this has got twin 200 Mercury engines on the back of it. You'll notice the teak. The teak has all been on here. It's a synthetic teak laid by Elite Teak. It's a really nice colour. I believe this colour is ash, and it lifts this whole cockpit area. The upholstery is a two-tone. You've got a slightly darker shade of grey at the back there, which is finished in a Diamante upholstery, and then Silvertex on the top, and it just feels really nice here. You've got a natty design of table, so this table folds into half, so it's like a cocktail table, or you open it up for a full dining table there. Little touches where the teak is. The teak's also on the step here, so you can pull this out and then step onto either of the sides. You've got a gas bottle storage inside there. But when you look around this boat, you would really struggle not to know that this is not a brand new boat just come from a boat show. It's presented in really beautiful condition. With the engines and the design of these, you've got this big cockpit space at the back here. But if you're lifting up the engines, then you just need to slide the seat forward. You can see the seating systems on runners. I've got all the cushions in at the moment, so I won't do that straight away. But it's really simple to do, and that just slides here, which then allows those engines to be stored up out of the way. And I think one of the big benefits, Jonathan and I have spoken about this before, just kind of there's a bit more light, is that the benefit of outboards on a boat like this is just that it's so much simpler to maintain. When you leave the boat, you just trim the engines up and your whole engine gearbox is all totally clear of the water. So maintenance-wise, this style of boat really does come into its own. So I've just stepped in to add a little bit more light, and the reason I can do that is because the interior has just bathed with light. Now, I didn't even take that far panel off there, but you can see these little curtains that cover up the panels. But in the roof, you've got this fixed skylight here, you've got an opening skylight in the centre, and then another one down this side. Really lovely Fusion XS speakers, which are all around the boat, and that's powered by a Fusion head unit, which is up at the helm. You've got this lovely finish on all of the wood on this boat is, as you'd imagine, it is absolutely immaculate, but it just feels such a light and airy space. I'm really impressed with the finish on this Antares 9 and the way it looks and feels. You've got this big dining table, but you've got a sensible fold in there. If I lift that up, what that then allows, in fact, you've got two table legs that just come, push those back into there, and then this whole seat just pushes up, and now you've got a helm seat, single helm seat, and now you've got space here for two people, I would say two adults, possibly 3 children up there, plug sockets, USB sockets. This window slides all the way open. There's a light here which then allows more light down below, more skylights are on the top, and just light everywhere, which is really, really lovely to see. The finish is really nice. I like the fact they haven't gone for a wood finish on here. It's a slightly sort of a bronze metallic finish on these cupboards, and I think that works really, really well. Glass top covers up a hob, which I would say has never been used. It looks completely immaculate on there. And then a sink with hot and cold running water. You've got you've got drawer space, so you've got all the cutlery, crockery, plates, and then there's more storage space underneath here, and then your battery isolators are stored just inside here. This area at the top, of course, can also convert, so there's a shorter table leg that drops down to give you another sleeping area at the top here, so you've got a double area at the top, and then you've obviously got sleeping accommodation down below in 2 cabins. So let's look at the helm position. So helm position, I always like to see a bolster, so it gives you the ability to drive the boat when you're either standing or sitting down, and the bolster lifting up just gives you that much more space. Now, this boat is fitted with a really nice, I think it's a 12-inch Garmin plotter on here. It's really, really nice to use, very quick. Just press the button and it loads immediately. If you can see some displays there, that's the refresh rate on the video. The display I'm looking at is totally solid. The Mercury gauges is really nice, pin sharp display, Icon VHF, Fusion radio, which can be interfaced in with the Garmin as well, and your usual array of Garmin Carling switches there. One of the reasons I really like the Mercury outboards is just because of the quality of the control units. You will have seen that on our latest Cobra demo we've got a Suzuki, brilliant engine, the 350, but I have to say the control boxes are significantly ahead when it comes to Mercury. It's the tactile feel of everything, it's the soft rubber touches, and they just feel really, really high quality. This boat's also fitted with a bow thruster, so you've got a slip and a bow thruster here, your fuel gauge, central heating, and then you've got a zip wake system, which is also again interfaced in with the Mercury and the Garmin plotter as well. So all the extras you could possibly imagine from a helm position are all here. Your bow thruster, your heating control, electronic trim tabs, everything is here. And even good old school compass. So everything's nice and easy to get to, and of course you've got this step through here with this really nice door which just opens and closes. Close that in, and now we're all tucked away from the elements. So that's the internal saloon space on this Antares 9. So let's step down below. Just slip my shoes off. Down below, the first thing you notice is an enormous bed. This is really nice design, and I love on these style boats where you've got these windows that are cut out on the side, so when you wake up in the morning you can look out to sea, and I really like that. Nice touches with LED lighting, which is underneath the cupboards, cabinetry here, and then these are these 2 really, really large windows above, so again at night it's lovely just to be able to look up at the stars there. Now, it's really light and airy here, but in fact it can get even lighter because there's another curtain which is over the top of this top skylight, which is the one that's just in there, and I've got that covered, so there would be even more light coming into this room if you wanted it. Now, this back cabin is slightly in winter mode at the moment, so what we've got in here is we've got the sun pad cushions for the foredeck. You can see this is an infill cushion here, and then a heater just to keep everything nice and toasty during the winter months in here. But it's a really good sized bed, and there's a webasto heating vent just down there as well. If we step across, the toilet space is nice. It's a recessed sink on here with a custom cutout countertop. You've got an electric flush toilet, and this is also a wet room designed as a shower as well. So that's a good size in there, and I don't have Jonathan's height at 6 foot. I'm about 5'10", and you can see that I've got pretty good height in there, so I think Jonathan would just about be able to stand up in here. So as we come back through, this is obviously the hall area, and then space there into both of the cabins. So let's go back up again. One thing I'd like to just draw people's attention to, I like the safety side of things. The walkthroughs on this boat is really nice and safe. You've got handles in all the right places, so if you're doing your mooring lines, your fenders, you can easily step up here onto the side. You'll see the synthetic teak runs all the way along just to the 2 steps there, which then go up onto the front. You've got grab handles all the way around the front, the side of the boat here, and then nice positioned here with a cleat at the bow and also midships. And then your waste pipes and your fuel and water are just down there as well. And back into the cockpit space. So I spin the camera around again. The one other thing that I do want to just show you quickly is there is a really, really good lazarette locker space on this boat. It's absolutely huge. Now, I've lifted this up with the table in position, but if you remove the table, you can lift this all the way up to give you excellent access. But you can see down here, you've got tons of space. You've got your battery systems, your DC control here, but you would fit easily 2-3 paddle boards in there, a tender, an outboard, access to the tanks. You've got some storage space there on either side. So I think that's a really, really good use of a big size lazarette space. And then I can just drop that back down again, and then that just disappears under that hatch. So I think that's a really, really good, excellent lazarette space there. I think I can probably start to bring this to a close. So this is a really, really lovely boat. We're really pleased to have got this boat. As I say, it's pretty much brand new. The engine is barely even running. A little over 30 hours on this 2022 Hull, 2022 model Beneteau Antares 9. If you're looking at the Murray Fishers, looking at an 895, I'd seriously consider this boat. From a styling point of view, I think it's slightly ahead, and in terms of features and benefits inside, very, very similar boat. But for me, the styling of this against an 895, personally, I prefer the Antares 9, so it wins it for me. So thanks as always for watching. It's been a pleasure to bring you another walkthrough tour. We'll bring you lots more of these in the next few weeks. We've got lots more boats coming on at the moment, and look forward to seeing the next video. Thanks as always.